guys. Okay, got the carpet out. And gosh, I don't know if I want to, let's see. Bring this up. And then tilt it down. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure this whole new room thing out. I only have this light in here right now. I had one up over the dresser. It was a bar light. But yeah, it stopped yesterday. I was gonna bring a lamp in here, but it's plugged in behind the couch, and the couch is like an L-shaped, and it's like hooked together, so that's hard to get out of there. So anyway, Larry's outside messing around. He came in and helped me do the rest of the carpet because some of it I just couldn't get up. And I thought I would try maybe sweep a little bit, talk a little bit. It's funny because like I really want to make a video on here, but I really should be making a video for my beauty channel. It was my week to pick colors, and I picked gray, pink, and white. Sandra, if you want to watch that tomorrow morning or whenever, if I get it done. I mean, I gotta get it done. This was my week, and I just jumped back in. I had been out of it for a little bit. Excuse me. Man, I love being back in this room. I love this room. I like it better than the other one. The other one has 2 windows in it too, but it's on the other side of the house, so it just gets darker in there. So, trying to sweep up all the stuff that was underneath the carpet. Oh my gosh, that carpet was in here since Larry and his brother-in-law built the house 22 years ago. I think it was like around 20 whenever we first got together, and we've been together right around almost 2 years. So yeah, trying to it just smells musty, like an old musty carpet. Like, it's not bad, I'll get rid of it, but I just keep spraying air freshener. I still have the golden pumpkin and spice. I really should bring a candle in here or something. Or not a candle, but a wax melt. And there aren't very many outlets in here either. There's one on that wall where the dresser is. I am loving that dresser. A few little things that are a little bit off about it, because I did stencils. And if you saw, I used the unicorn paint. Anyway, yeah, I used stencils, and one of them's a little bit off. I was over a little bit too far, but I mean, that's just because I did it. I don't think anybody else will notice. But I'm really happy with it. It turned out pretty. So I think it's gonna be nice in here. I am so glad. I love boho. I'm so glad. I was gonna go to a different direction with the nursery. I was telling Sandra a little bit, like I was gonna go find my stencils and stuff for flowers, and then I watched Melissa's video, and she said I'm seeing boho. So I had curtains picked out for in here, but I'm not sure if I do want to get those, because they do have sheer curtains on it. It's like, I think they're pink and gray, and then they have like a sheer curtain on top of it. And Do I want to do that? Or do I want to go more, you know, boho? Do I want to do like baby? It's got a star. I don't know if it has moons on it, but it has stars. So, I mean, that could kind of work. So, but anyway, I'm so glad that Melissa, she said boho, because I already put the stencils away, but I have more stencils. Oh, I guess the ones are up on here that I used for the dresser. And I have other stencils too. I'm not sure if I want to do, like put them on the wall or not. And I have stickers. I sent a small video to Sandra and Melissa. Like I have all kinds of different little stickers. I even have this one in here that says be kind. So I don't know. Do I want to go, because I'm going to go ahead and paint the trim and the doors white. I don't know if I want to put that stuff on the doors or not. I have these. I was doing deer skulls. I saw like on Pinterest and stuff where people do deer skulls and they paint them or they put stickers on them. And I did that, but nobody was buying mine, so I have them hanging out on the porch, like the 3-season porch that we have out there that you walk into. But I have all these elephants and stuff. These are stickers, and I don't know what I want to, like, I could use them in here. I just don't know what I want to do with them. I love gnomes. I have these little gnomes with little mushrooms and flowers, and that would be cute somewhere maybe. I don't know. So first I need to get all this swept up and get ready for the flooring, because we have brown flooring that's in the other room, the other nursery. We have brown flooring, and I was gonna go ahead and, even though I was gonna paint every, you know, the stuff white in here, Larry told me I could go look at flooring the other day. I was like, no, we'll just go ahead and use the white. But then I got to thinking about it, and a couple nights ago, I was like, do I really have to use that brown flooring, or could we at least go looking at the gray floor, you know, even if it's the cheapest? Because I don't know. Like, it's not going to be, you know, I mean, there will be traffic in here, it'll be me, but, yeah, so we're just going to go look. He said, yeah, we can go look. You'll have to wait. I'll have to wait for a few days. We'll either do it, probably do it sometime this weekend. Now, I don't know if we're going to get any or not, but, and he was off all this week too, and I was hoping he'd get the floor done, but he's out messing on the skid steer again. He wants to get, you know, the one going, and so anyway, we're going to go look at flooring. I'm excited about that. Because, I was watching Melissa, her video the other day, and she said, be happy with what you've got. And I was trying. I am using paint that I already had. I'm using stencils that I already had. I'm using the unicorn stain, like I said. Mostly I'm using everything that I have. I do for the dresser top. I have little Moses baskets, or I don't know if they're Moses baskets or whatever, but they're little baskets. They don't match. The one's green, and then the one's that brown that matches the brown in here. And I kind of want, but they're expensive. I was showing my friend Andrea, was it last night we were doing that, Andrea? We were looking at like baskets and stuff. I like the Moses baskets that have like the little fringe on it. That would really go with the boho theme, and they look really nice up here. Not, you know, they're not stark white, they're like off-white, and they have little tassels. I think that would look really nice up here with 2 of those, and then maybe have room for the diaper caddy, or I don't know. But I'm liking this so much better. Like I said, I don't know how much stuff I'm gonna bring in from the other room. I don't know, I'm just gonna do that little bit by little bit. I'm gonna get this swept up. I may paint this evening, but I gotta do the other video. Get that painted and ready for him to put some flooring down. Once the flooring's down, I can start deciding where I want to put everything. I want the mini crib. I want it over there. I'll be able to show you. I don't want to take you off the tripod right now. I think I want to put the mini crib right over here. When you walk in the door, there's a little cubby space, and I think it'll fit perfect there. So, and I could always sit over here too, but I think if I put a TV in here, I don't know. I think I'd like to put it above the mini crib and have it over there, or maybe have it in the corner and sit over here, like kind of fit in the corner, but I want to be able to use my little backdrop thing that Andrea got me too, because it's got the leaves, and that's gonna fit in perfect, I think. I thought about getting lights to put, like the fairy lights, putting fairy lights in front of it, or hanging in front of it. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, does anybody else have any plans? I know Sandra's working on her nursery room. I think Carla is. And Carla and Sandra, or not Sandra, Carla and Christina. Definitely, we want to see all your babies. I was planning on doing that, and I still am, but I think I'll probably wait until we're doing, like I get this room done and everything. I don't know, because I really don't. I still could do it, but I think I want to do it after I get in here and then get some of the babies changed. I may do a chat and change before we get everything done. Just depends on when we get the flooring and when he can get it done. But I'll definitely show you the babies that I have left. If Janelle, I'm not sure if she'll watch this video or not, but she did make down payment on babies. Ooh. I don't know if she's gonna do a box opening or not though. I forgot to ask. She did buy the 3 babies. She bought Storm, Cricket, oh my gosh, Storm, Cricket, and I just took them out of here. And, oh, brain fart. Anyway, the 3 that Timber, the open-eyed baby. She bought those 3, and she made payment today, and hopefully I can get those sent off soon. So instead of having 22, because I said I had 22, I'll have 19. Do I say I have like 4 or 5 silicone and then how many reborns, or do I just count them all as babies? But yeah, I'll have 19 instead. I still have 2 in the making, and oh my gosh, maybe another baby. I'm hoping. I really want him. I showed him to Larry, and I was like, well, you could help me get him. That could be my Mother's Day present. There are a little bit of cobwebs right there on the wall, and as I'm seeing them, I'm gonna get them. I thought I got all all of them down. Guess not. But anyway, oh my gosh. This little boy. Yeah, so I could be reborn expecting again. Yay. You know, I would rather just have this as a floor than I would carpet. I would rather have a dirt floor than have carpet. Carpet is so gross. Whoever invented carpet, I never go look that up. Whoever invented carpet, ugh, not a very smart person. Because I mean, they had hardwood floors and stuff back before they had carpet, right? Why carpet? It's so gross. This one was so, and I just vacuumed it the other day, but it was so dusty, you know, dust and everything flies down, you know, gets down underneath it, and it's just, ugh. And if you shampoo, then it gets, oh, I can't even imagine what it looks like after you shampoo a carpet underneath. So, yeah, is anybody else doing their nurseries, or anybody else reborn expecting? Dust. Now we'll have to sweep this again. You should always sweep really good before you get ready to put flooring down, because anything that's under there, they're going to notice it when you're walking over the flooring. And I know I kept sweeping whenever we were doing the other room, and it's right after you walk in, there's something under there. I don't know what it is. And the one board cracked a little bit, but I mean, nobody notices it but me. But yeah, you gotta sweep really good. There's one more carpet that I'm gonna wanna take out. I know Larry likes carpet, so we'll probably leave the carpet in the bedroom. I don't so much mind it, the carpet in the bedroom. It's not really that bad. And I do think it's the same carpet. Oh, my nose. It's messing with my sinuses. But yeah, we're gonna take up the carpet in the living room, and he's gonna put wood flooring in there. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. He doesn't really much care for wood floors, but you know, they're so much easier to take care of. So much easier. Oh, and I need an area rug too. I was looking for an area rug. I have a few different ones saved. I don't think I have them on my Amazon wish list, but I do have that. I'm pretty sure it goes up in my description box. I think it is linked whenever I do my description box, because I have it saved with all my hashtags and all that stuff. So sometimes I don't really look to see if it goes up, but I do have an Amazon wish list. Not that anybody has to find it, but you know, I just mention it because Sandra talks about it. Melissa, I know Melissa has hers up. I think Carla has hers up. But I was talking about a rug. I really, excuse me, there's this really furry pink one. I love it. But then they have boho ones like that you can take, depending on how big they are, and wash them in the washing machine. That would be ideal. If I could have one that I could, you know, wash, that would be great. Or even take it outside. We don't have a clothesline, which I wish we did. You know, and like hang it up and hose it off and stuff. That would be great. So I know the weather is crazy everywhere. It's gonna almost sound like it was raining again outside. I think it is. We had tornadoes out last night. Nothing really close to here, I don't think. I hope you can hear me. I'm not sure what this is gonna sound like. I don't think I'll show you me painting the trim. I think I'll just do that. I may record a little bit of Larry putting the floor down, because I would like to show you know a little bit of what's being done while why it's being done. My gosh, getting this carpet up, I couldn't get it all up, and it was hurting my hands. And this right here is hurting my hands. I really want one of those. They were on, I'm gonna have to go look. It was on, and usually I'm not interested in that kind of stuff, but it was on the TikTok, what do you call it? And it was like a vacuum kind of thing. I think that would be nice to have. I can't remember what it was called. It was like for hardwood floors and stuff. The vacuum cleaner we have, you can put it down to hardwood floors, but it's one of the, how it's supposed to be for hardwood floors, but then when the brush is spinning, it seems like it spits things out. So, and I think if I was gonna have, oh my gosh, it just kicked me off. There's something wrong with my memory again. Darn it, it says I have 4 minutes and 37 seconds to record. Let me go look at my storage and then I'll be back. So now let's see if that's better. I think for the most part that's done good enough for right now, and I'll probably sweep it again before we start putting the floor down. And then, as you know, we put the flooring down. Larry brought me another light. Whoa, that one's bright, but it's really cool because it's underneath the window. It's right here and helps, you know, shine if I'm gonna change a baby right here. So, whoa. I think I'm gonna go grab a baby and then I'll be right back again. Okay, so we're back in here. I almost want to turn the camera around the other way like Carla and Sandra record so you can see me, you know, see more of us. Here's little Coda Bear. Look at him, he's so cute. I love my little Coda Bear. I wasn't sure about him when I first, you know, when I saw him on Melissa's channel. I'm like, do I like that sculpt? And then I really wanted to see what all, you know, like the dry skin and everything was about. So I'm like, oh, let's give him a chance. So, yeah. I love him. I do. He's a real cutie. And he's a good cuddler. He's a good weight. He is the Katie, is it the Katie Awake skull? Is the one that's asleep too. And Melissa won him in a giveaway from Natalie Fakenbridge. And then she just decided he wasn't for her, so, but I just love him. I love his dark eyes and his hair and his dry skin. I love it. His little milk bump on his lip. Yeah, he's a cutie. And I think he does look like a little Coda Bear. Hi. So, let's see. I wanted to talk about a few things. And it's been almost a week since a few of us have kind of touched on the subject. I did take some notes. I don't know. Anyway, I already did touch on what Melissa had said in a few of her videos back about be happy with what you have, like, you know, if you have things and maybe they're not brand new or whatever, or you're wanting to do things or wanting new babies, you should be happy with the ones you have. I don't want to get him all dusty. I am happy with the ones I have. I know, and it'll probably keep being that way. I have slowed down a lot. Melissa helped me along filling my nursery up more. She helped a whole lot. How many did I get from her? Did I say 7? Because I got 1 for Christmas, and then I got the 3 more. Yeah, and then I just got 3 more not too long ago. So yeah, I've gotten 7 of her babies, and I don't know. I am finally getting to the point. I know it's that way probably with everything. I know when you get into different hobbies, like it's like, oh gosh, I gotta have this, I gotta have this, I gotta have one of these. But I'm finally getting to the point, like, I'm not really on reborns.com that much anymore. After what happened anyway, I wasn't really on there a whole lot. And for some reason, well, it's because my email keeps filling up, and I even put a alternative email, and that one keeps filling up too. you know, like when you have your storage and stuff. But so yeah, I don't really look on Marketplace a whole lot anymore because I got 6 babies all at once that time too. Let's see, have I gotten any other babies, like multiples at a time? I don't think so. I've gotten a few of Lisa's from Nanny's Reborn Nursery. I've gotten 3. Yeah, I've gotten 3 from Lisa. Oh my gosh, and that Charlie. I have him in the living room in a little bouncer seat, and then he's been in a little bouncer swingy little thing too. I'm planning on bringing them in here. Probably. And probably keep Matilda in her stroller. I'm not sure. We'll see if everybody's gonna stay in their beds or whatever when I bring them in here. And I am, like I said, trying to be happy with what I have. I do have a couple of Moses baskets that I can put up there. They don't match, but I can still put them up there. Or I have 2 little, they're like co-sleepers, like portable bassinets that you can take with you, you know, when they're still little like this, and you go to a picnic or, you know, family member's house for whatever. I have 2 of those. I keep one on the bed, and I keep thinking they have white. I have to look to see what color they are. I know the one that I already had in here, it would look good in here with the colors and everything. And then I have to look at the other one. It's always in the bedroom, and I don't really pay attention to it. But I usually have at least 1, if not 2. I did have 3 in that little bed because 3 will fit in there. I have 2 in there now. Paige and Elizabeth, she's in there. She's been in there for a while. I keep forgetting. Well, she's kind of sorted it up in a Valentine outfit. Melissa had got it for me for my birthday, and I still need to get something for Melissa because I feel bad. She bought me something for my birthday and I didn't get anything for her. I have a few things picked out, I just haven't. What else was I gonna say? So yeah, I could put those up there. They don't match, but they may not. They may look a little bit better with the colors and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I'll use what I have at first and then see how it goes. So let's see. So touching on mainly Sandra's video. It was mainly Sandra. I think she said Christine was going to do one too, but Christine's always busy. Christina. Cuddles by Christina. She works and, you know, she's busy. So, but I think she did. I think Sandra said that she was going to make a video too and maybe touch on this. So to begin with, I'm not religious. Like I said, I wrote notes down, so if I keep looking down, that's why. Yeah, I'm not religious. I was brought up, you know, I think everybody did, you know, believe in God and whatever. I don't know, the way it was in my house, my mom, she believed, she used to watch, oh my gosh, I know everybody, well, I don't know. She used to watch this show called Ernest Angley, and he was one of those evangelists, or I don't know what you call him back in the day. Like, you know, he'd sit and talk and he'd say, you know, send in money and, you know, one of those. And he'd heal people. I think he healed people. It's been so long. Like, I just turned 58. You know how long ago that's been? Like, I think it was even before, like, I was 8. I remember her always watching him. I do believe on the show he would save people, you know, like touch them and whatever. If I'm stumbling around, I am, so I'm sorry. But yeah, with the things that went on in our house, and I was always taught to pray and everything. And when I got to be a certain age, I was still little. Probably, my sister was born when I was 5, and I don't remember if I was like trying to pray or before that, or maybe a little bit after. I would pray, like, can't somebody just come get me? Take me away from this? I'm not gonna go into, I think I'm gonna scoot back to the wall. And let's scooch you guys up a little bit. I can't wait till I get a chair in here. Oh, okay, let's try this for a little bit maybe. My hips have been bothering me lately too. Hey baby. So, yeah, for the longest time, I would, pray that something would happen and I'd be taken out of there. I don't remember how old I was, but something was going on, and I don't know. I mouthed off and said, oh yeah, well, one of these days I'm gonna run away. And she told me I was too stupid, that I would never, or you're never gonna be able to run away, you're too stupid, you're too dumb. And she didn't like that. I did run away, but I was 15 when I ran away. And I tried to get my little sister to come along with me because things were so bad, but like she was 10 years old and still sitting in a high chair. So, yeah. I kind of understand why my mom was the way she was. And I've gotten a little bit better with it over the years. But for a little kid, that's hard to understand. And I had asked my grandma one time, like, why is mom like that? And she said that she was born a little bit funny, but I can't remember if she either had scarlet fever or rheumatic fever. I want to say rheumatic, but it was one of those. Back in the I don't even know what year it was, but she got so hot that back then they would take you and put ice water in a horse trough and they dunk you to shock you out of it or whatever, and that's what they did to her. So they said it basically fried her brain. But yeah, I used to pray all the time, and to me, and I know some people would say, well, finally at 15, God showed you the way to run away. I don't know, was that God or was that just me saying, it's time to get out of here, you're old enough, let's go. Yeah, so I'm not really religious. I have a story, I'm not sure where to put it in at. I guess I can go ahead and put it in right now because it kind of has to do, all of this has to do with that subject, but all I have wrote down is one word, and it's a name. And I guess I could go ahead and say his name because nobody's gonna know who he is. His name is Dan. He was a friend of mine. He had met him, he was a neighbor, and Dan had been walking, and my friend was outside on the porch smoking a cigarette, and this person had walked by, and they started talking, and that's how they became friends. Okay, well, probably, I don't know, a few months in, we kind of figured out that this Dan had a drinking problem. I thought it was just him. He wasn't too bad when he wasn't drinking. He knew he shouldn't be drinking. His wife would tell him he shouldn't be drinking. I guess none of her family got along with him. Like, she couldn't go to her side of the family, Christmas time or Easter or anything, because of him, because they all knew what he got like, what he was like. And So he would come over every once in a while. I think it was football. He'd come over, he was gonna watch football, and I had no idea. I was cleaning, doing dishes, running around doing other stuff. Sometimes I would sit and watch the football and sometimes not. And, so I was taking breaks here and there, and that's when, I think my dog Gypsy was already gone. I pretty much think I only had Stella. And Dan had brought his dog over. It was a bigger dog. I'm not sure what kind it was. And it was a nice enough dog, but it always wanted to stick its nose. And I had a Chinese crested Chihuahua. She was 7 pounds, little bitty thing. Always quiet. You never knew she was there. I sat in a recliner. She'd get up on my butt. You wouldn't need, nobody would, they'd say, where's the dog at? She's under here. Like, she would tuck in. She'd tuck her butt in here and then have her head sticking out a little bit. But she'd be wrapped around me, kind of. Hard to explain, but yeah, she'd always stay there. So anyway, we're sitting there and I sat down to take a break. My friend had gotten up to make him a drink. I didn't know that I wasn't paying attention that Dan had been drinking vodka. And I don't know, my friend had got up to either go make him a drink, go to the bathroom, I don't know. He went in the other room. I think he went to the bathroom and then went in the kitchen. Something got brought up. I don't know. I don't think the dogs had done anything that day. I don't think he had his dog with him that day. But I don't know. I can't remember what got everything started. I was sitting there in the chair with Stella right beside me. Dan had got up. My friend was still in the kitchen, and he got almost right in front of me where the rocking chair was. You had to walk past to go through the dining room and then to the kitchen. And I think we were talking about the puppy because my friend had gotten a puppy and I was the only one doing anything with it. I'd take it for walks, was teaching it to go to the bathroom. And it was a Mastiff. I can't think of the name of it. She was gonna be a big dog. Beautiful dog though, beautiful puppy. And I don't remember if we were talking about something, I don't know. And then all of a sudden when he got in front of me, he's like, and that fucking menace right there. I think he would just get upset because when his dog would get up and do Stella's face, she didn't like it and she would nip at her. She never would bite. That dog wouldn't not even bite a fly. She was scared of flies. If she heard something buzzing like a bee or a fly or something up in the ceiling fan or whatever, no, she was coming to mama and she was hiding. So, and he's like, that fucking menace right there, blah, blah, blah. You need to teach her some fucking manners. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, she's how old? And that was a year, 2 years before she just passed away. It was a year in October. So it'll be 2 years this year. So, but anyway, she was how old? She was well trained, like I said. And my friend, he didn't say anything the whole time until, oh my gosh, it still makes me like, oh. So he was talking about the dog, and then all of a sudden he started talking about not believing, or because I had finally said one, and normally I don't tell people that. I don't tell people that I don't know if there's anything up there. I don't know if there's anything down there. Because it starts things like that. Well, I had, said it one day, and this certain day he said, and you are, what are you gonna do when it comes your time and you're up at the gates? And I'm like, then I'm the one that's gonna have to deal with it. Don't push it on me. People have pushed it on me my whole life. If, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I think, well, that person did have, that is legitimate. That is a good, reasoning. But I don't know. Anyway, and I had told him that's up to me. That is between me and God, or me and whoever. That has nothing to do with you. When that time comes, you know, if you think you're already good with him and whatever, you know, that's between you and him. You know, it's none of your business. And he got, I mean, he was it. And he started to get really close, like he was coming towards me, and I'm sitting in the chair. And I've been in relationships before, and I will never, ever, never, no one, man, whatever, is gonna put his hands on me, you know, put their hands on me again. I grew up with that. I was married to it how many times? I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not. I don't care who you are. You're not putting your hands on me. You can come up to me, you can talk to me, you can disagree with me, but you're not gonna touch me. And he started getting really close, and I'm like, back up. Stella stuck her face, you know, of course my dog's gonna stick her face out. You're getting in our master's face. And I start to stand up, and he puts his finger on my forehead and pushes me down. That pissed me off, because I'd already told him, back up. Just by the way he was acting, so he pushed me. And you know, if you're trying to get up from a recliner, I lost my balance and sat back down. And he goes, you can sit down and shut the fuck up, and you can listen and blah, blah, blah. And the fuck I will. As my friend's still in the kitchen, not saying a word. And then I think he started to come back in, and I started to get up again. And I got pretty much all the way up, and he pushed me on my chest. Well, I caught myself this time. My calves caught on the back of the chair. And it just set me off. It set me off. I grabbed a hold of his throat, and and my friend's like, oh no, wait a minute. Now wait a minute, you didn't say anything to him. You didn't say anything to him when he's yelling at me, whatever, and then when he puts his hands on me, you didn't say one word. But now that I have my hand up, gonna defend myself. And finally he did. He goes, well, you know, that wasn't right. You should never touch a woman, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how he does his wife, and I don't know why she's still with him. I mean, love, whatever. Ain't no love worth that. No love is worth your life. So he finally asked him to leave, but he kept coming back. The one time he opened up the door, he came back in, he was screaming at me, just leave, go home, go take a nap, go whatever, just leave me alone. He started to walk down the road again, and then he came back, and he was walking back and forth, and he was yelling and blah, blah, blah. And my friends just, you know, oh, just ignore it. I can't ignore it. I am to the point now where I just, So he comes back, and my friend was at the door. He kicked the door. He broke the screen door. He broke part of the main door. And he finally said something, you know, to him. But after that, whenever I was there, if I knew he was, you know, if I answered the door when he was at the door, I'd shut the door. Hey, your friend's here. I'm going in the other room. Or if I was sitting down doing whatever and I noticed he came in, see ya. We were sitting there, I don't know how long it was after that, we were sitting watching the football game, and he came in. I was like, all right, I really want to see this football game, as long as he keeps his mouth shut. And he tried. He did try. But that's just me. Yeah, I hold a grudge. Don't talk to me. I don't want to see you. Your voice makes me nauseous. So, yeah. So I just want to ask him, where do you think you're going to be? Do you think God approved of you doing that to me? And he's a pianist. He plays for a church every Sunday. I definitely don't believe he belongs there, but yeah, that still makes me shake. I was so like, I wouldn't even let my kids' dad, their dad, my husband, I wouldn't even, it got to the point where I didn't want them hitting me and putting their hands on me. Why would I want someone else to? That's trying to push down my throat that there's a God and you need to. So, I don't know what else. I have a lot of notes down here. Just like, this point right here, priests, nuns, it doesn't matter what it is, ranking or whatever they call it, they're just humans. Okay, I don't know how to say it without sounding rude or hateful. I'm not hateful if you want to be a nun or a priest, but look at all the priests. There's priests out there that, is that the only reason they became a priest? Because they know they could get to little boys? I don't know. Let's see. So yeah, like, speaking of like nuns and stuff like that and God, did things actually happen in the Bible? Not saying they didn't, but did they actually happen, or was it something for just entertainment? Does anyone know? How can anyone know? Just because we're told? Like, we're told all kinds of things. We're told things. There was things that we learned in science class and stuff, and now they're saying, no, that wasn't right. This is the way it is. This is, like the atmosphere and different things. I don't know. I didn't like science and stuff when I was little, or history, or I find it more interesting now that I'm older. But there are a lot of things. There's things that we were taught when we were little that, nope, that's not true. This is the way it is. This is, whatever. So how do we know that the Bible is word for word? You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's like when people say, well, how do people say it? Oh my gosh. People would say something a long time ago, and I would say, no, my mama and daddy made me. God didn't make me. And if there was a God, I know in a roundabout way what they mean, and I was a smart aleck child. So I just don't know how to explain myself without coming across sounding dumb, or not that I'm dumb. I know I'm not dumb. Like my mom told me I'm dumb or stupid. But, people say, well, God sent you there. God did this. I believe things happen for a reason. Like Melissa, Sandra, I don't know who else out there. I do believe things happen for a reason. I do. Like certain things happen. So you have to decide either to go this way or go this way. So you look at things and then you're like, ooh, I need to go this way. That's what leads you. And I think so far, I have taken the right steps because I ended up with 5 amazing kids, 13 amazing grandkids. I have 2 amazing great-grandkids. I didn't even want kids. When I grew up, I wanted to be a model. I tried at 15 after I ran away. I wanted to be a model. I wanted to be a runway model, but I don't like people staring at me, but I'm on YouTube. But it's different because I'm talking to the camera. When I'm on live, that kind of sort of like, ooh, people are looking at me. I know they're going to be looking at me, but it's after the fact. But I really wanted to be a runway model. but I wasn't tall enough. I was thin enough, but I just wasn't tall enough. And they're like, well, you could be in magazines. And I didn't want to be in magazines. I should, you know, sometimes I think, oh, I should have done that. You know, my kids would be proud of me. Not that my kids aren't proud of me, but, you know. But then I think if I went and been a model, I wouldn't have my kids. If I would have said, okay, I'll start there. And then, you know, because in what year they started, you know, you can be a model now and you can be short, be a short runway model. But if I hadn't said, okay, I guess that's not for me, I don't want to, I wouldn't have my kids. I wouldn't have any of my kids. Every single step you take takes you where you are. And wherever you are now in your life, I hope that you feel that you're in the right place. Let's see. Okay, and that was leading to, okay, well, God created everyone, right? He created one man and one woman. And people go on and they have babies, and some grow up and they say, you know, for instance, my grandson and my granddaughter. I guess you would say bisexual because she does like girls, but she has a boyfriend and she has her first little baby. Do I not love her, or do I judge her because of that? No. I've always brought up my kids. I know my two sons still don't think that. I know my oldest son doesn't agree with what I brought them up with because things happened to him when he was little. But like my grandson, would I ever tell him that you're shunned? Don't be around me no more. No. He felt comfortable when he finally decided that he felt comfortable. Told his mom, told the whole family, and he's accepted. We love him. I don't look at him and think, oh my God, my grandson's gay. I look at him and think he is my handsome grandson. And he is my handsome grandson. He has some beautiful long curly hair that I know Larry says he needs to cut, and probably a few other of the guys in the family, because my son-in-law, he was bald for the longest time. But he has got the most beautiful long curly hair that most girls would. So when I look at him, do I think, oh my God, you know, what does he do when no, he's my grandson, and I would never tell him I don't love him, or, yeah. I love him for who he is, for him. I don't love him for who he loves, I guess to say. You know, or my granddaughter, I wouldn't love her for, not love her for who she loves. Some of us don't really agree with who she's with right now, and, that's a whole nother story. But we still love her. I love all my kids and all my grandkids and my great-grandkids. So, I can't even remember it. And this is going back to a video that we watched from someone. I'm not going to say names. But I can't remember everything that this person said in their video. But yeah, I don't love a person for the color of their skin. I don't love them for who they love. I love them for the person they are, and if they treat me good and kind, or, you treat me nice, I'm gonna treat you nice. You treat me shitty, you're gonna get it right back. And then I'm gonna walk away. That's just me. Like, I don't know, maybe sometimes I could walk away, but pretty much you're gonna see a side of me you probably don't wanna see. Let's see. Be happy with what you have. I'm just trying to look over the notes and see if there's anything else that I wanted to touch on. I know that I wrote down Carla read a scripture. I need to go back because now I forgot. I should have made this video. I should have done. I don't know. I was thinking of how to sit down and not sound mean or anything, sounding hateful. I'm not hateful. I love all people, and like I said, until they're let's see. I don't know how long this video is altogether with me doing the sweeping and everything. I think I've pretty much touched on everything. I did put down like reincarnation or, you know, God, afterlife or whatever. I think I believe in reincarnation, I really do. I'm not really sure maybe if everyone, like sometimes I feel like I feel a certain person like, oh my gosh, I feel that they're here right now looking over me or something. My nephew, his first baby, didn't make it. He wasn't fully developed. And they had scheduled, they were going to take him, but when they got there, he was already too far along, so they couldn't. So they had to wait. He was still born premature. And that was one of the hardest things. I mean, I'm glad we got to spend an hour and 20 minutes of him, I mean, not him being alive. I don't know, like, I think we should be like in China. When a baby comes out, they're already 8, 9 months old, you know, ish. I think that's the way it should be here because they started when they were in the womb, not when they just come out. So I really do think when you come out, you should be 9 months old or 8 months old, or if you were born 5 months, you know, 4 months premature, you should be 5 months old. I don't know, that's just me, I don't know. But then not very long after that, they had another little boy, and I do believe he looks just like, I don't know, I guess that sounds weird because you can have more than one kid that looks alike or whatever, or have them born a few years apart or a year apart, and they look exactly alike. I don't know, just for some reason I feel like that's him and he got another chance. He wasn't in a broken body this time. Yeah, I really do. So I'm not sure about the afterlife, what there is out there. Do you float around? Does God send, you know, do you go up there and then he send them back down? Is that an angel? Are they angel now and they're watching over me, or just come to see how I am? Or is there not a God and everybody just, you know, does their own thing afterwards? We don't know. We don't know. I know you've probably seen shows before where people say that they've, like in surgery or something like that, they feel like they've died and they saw bright lights, and I don't know. I'm not sure if there's anything else I wanted to add to that. I mean, let me know what you think in the comments, and maybe I can do another video and touch on things if I missed anything. Trying to think. I put down God's house, safe place, but I'm not sure what I was thinking when I wrote that down. I was watching Sandra and I was jotting things down, and I was watching Carla. And now I wish I could remember that scripture that she read. But like I said, maybe I can touch on that another time. I do love you guys. I love all of you. I can't believe how many people I have here and how many people that come and they comment. and I'm having so much fun here. I am. Like, look at me. I need to go make a, like, if that was Sandra, she'd be going, all right, let's make that video. Me, I'm kind of like I want to do it, and it's fun because I have friends over on that channel too that I've had since I started YouTube. 5 years. I've had friends for 5 years and still have them, and I hope in 5 years, it'll be 10 for them, but I hope in another 5 years I still have all these friends here. Carla and Sandra and Melissa and Christina and, oh gosh, who? Say Auntie Kathy. Who else comes in? Says hi all the time. Auntie D and Uncle Damon. I need to start doing that. I need to keep a notebook by me, and whenever I see someone has commented or whatever, I need to start jotting it down. That way I can give you a shout out whenever I do my next video. That's what I need to start doing. So, I think that's about it. I know I keep saying it, but now I'm really able to do the giveaway. I thought I had a thing I was gonna do, but keep watching and I will make that announcement. I won't put it in the title. It'll be in one of my videos somewhere. It may not be in the beginning, may not be in the end, might be in the middle, somewhere in there. Might be a question, might be I let you leave an emoji, I don't know. And then I guess I'll leave it up to the person that wins. They can tell me a few things that they're wanting for maybe a baby, or a few things they're needing or something, or maybe we'll go from there. But I love you guys, and remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Don't put your hands on others, and don't push your beliefs on others either. You know, I could go around, my daughter believes, she goes to church. And when my kids were growing up, I gave them the chance, you know, gave them the choice. Sunday schools, I always sent the kids to Sunday schools. Dalton's dad would take him to church every once in a while, but he got upset because I didn't want to go. I don't think I should. I did that for a little bit after I ran away when I was 15. And I went to church a few times, and it didn't feel right to me. It doesn't. It's just the way it is. So be kind to others. And every once in a while I like to say what I say in my other YouTube channel. Always remember to tell the ones that you love them, because you never know when it's going to be the last time that you ever get to tell them. And I love you, every one of you. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, ring that notification bell so you're notified when I upload another video, and I'll see you in the next one.